Hello everyone. Finally working. My finally got the problem. This is Robert Ionescu, and I'm joined by Nicolas Zorbach, and we are here in Russia for GP2 race GP2.
Yeah.
It's time for the race, and I can hear a little bit of an echo from my voice. So
Yeah.
for that, guys,
Yeah, sorry guys.
we're here in Russia, the land of Putin and a lot of other things. Gonna be race time. Yesterday it was a very close qualifying session, and it was pole position for Xavi Perez. A very good lap for the French driver. His first pole since joining GP2. So pole on the second try. Let's see if he can make it first win, or if someone else is gonna take the win. Last time out in Russia, we had Teravinov win, and last time in Russia was special because it was the first time I ever commentated for GP2. So the classic that started it all. So yeah, will we have another classic here in Russia? Last time we had a lot of problems in the pit lane in Russia, but we'll have to see now if Sochi is nicer to the guys in the pit lane or not. So anyway, we're just gonna be looking at the race screen eventually in a few moments. See. And we might have a little bit of an issue with the second commentator, so apologies for that in advance, guys. But yeah, an issue. Let's just wait a moment, guys, because we have a little bit of a problem, and we're gonna need to fix it. It's not gonna take long, I don't think. We get the problem fixed. I'm going to try to talk to you guys while I'm playing some Europa Universalis 4, because why not? So I'm playing as Timurids, and I'm trying to take over Persia to defeat Ajam. So we'll just have to see. And I know this is extremely off topic, but until we get the second commentator's issues sorted, yeah, we don't have anything else to talk about, really. And hello, everyone in the chat. Okay, so let's see. We're attacking the Timurid. We're attacking the rebels in a province. Let's see if we can beat the rebels. And okay, I think we're gonna win. I'm completely off topic, but like I said, guys, apologies. We might as well do something rather than nothing in this unplanned break. Battle against the rebels, so this is good. Just see what should be sorted out shortly, I think. So we will just see because
Yeah, so I'm back.
of the echo. Still sorted out.
Yeah.
We can hear the echo from your. Yeah. Meanwhile, the enemies are invading my territory, so I'll just have to push them back.
Yeah, sorry guys. I just came home from work. In a little bit of a hurry.
Oh, you still didn't sort it out. So try because I don't think it's gonna be possible like this. So yeah, I'm gonna need to make peace with the enemy and take a lot of their stuff because I won the war. So we'll just have to finish the war. Okay. So let's just see. There. But is that PG? I think it is PG. I don't even know anymore. But whatever. Okay, so we're gonna make the peace deal, and we're gonna take some provinces from them. I don't know exactly which ones, but I'm gonna take them. I'll take them all. So this issue sorted. It's not yet now. We're looking to get a backup, so just give us a few more minutes, guys, because yeah, I'm not exactly sure how we can fix this, but we're gonna do our best. So yeah. Meanwhile, send peace offer, and I just defeated the enemies. So yay! I'm gonna show you all how my big empire looks like now, because why not? I'll send it to all of you guys in the Discord, since it's like a meme review before the race. So if you can see, okay, I think we might have just fixed it. We'll see. So yeah, we got the second commentator here, guys. So it's the same one as yesterday. It's Lorenzo commentating once again. So say
Yeah.
hello, mate.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I'm sorry for Nicholas, but
I didn't eat anything. I just ate my enemy's lands because I was playing EU4 and I conquered them and I ate a lot of land. So yeah. So hello, mate. How are you doing? Good to see you again.
yeah, I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing okay. So we'll look at the grid very shortly, and we'll
Yeah.
get this race finally underway. I hope you enjoyed this little meme review, but and no, I'm not eating cookies. That would be very irresponsible of me, I think. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm still sick, by the way.
If that sucks. Anyway, we'll just have to make do with what we got and destroy the enemies. Just kidding. We're not gonna destroy anyone. So we're looking at the grid now. We have Xavi Perez on pole position, his first ever pole, ahead of Nicolas Zorba, who was scheduled to commentate, but because of issues cannot commentate alongside me, sadly. Then we have Robin Kellis in third place, ahead of Paulino Tomaselli, Laura Chung, Joel Hatter, Maxim Titkov, Henry Watzel, Alessandro Tomaselli, Daniel Macamo, and I will let you read the rest of the drivers, mate.
Yeah, so Ben Waldinger, David Suarez. Then we have Jarrad Fosbury and Max Killen, Snezana Radivojevic and Thomas Pasquale, Isaac Fasher and Rodrigo Gomez, Liam Campana and Jamie Griffiths, and the last row, Belin Zolga and Andrea Federi.
For today, we'll just have to see if and it's gonna be a dry race, no surprises or anything, just like the top class practice is gonna be a dry session. So we'll just have to see what happens. It can always get chaotic in Russia. It's a interesting circuit. I'm gonna leave it at that. Some people love it, some people hate it. Everyone has an
Like
opinion.
me, I hate it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think you said that before. Anyway,
Yeah.
the race is loading now, so we'll just in just a few seconds we will be starting the GP. I know it's not exactly a GP, but I'm gonna call it a GP because what can you do to stop me? Huh? Just kidding. Anyway, yeah. So we're on the grid now, and I'm going to to do the start if you don't mind, because I always do the start.
Go ahead.
For the Perez, the man on pole, will he be still the man? No, he's P1 on the grid. Will he be P1 heading into turn 2? 5 lights on, and now it is go in Russia. Perez seems to have a good start, but I think it's a better start for Kellis in P3. Zorbach start doesn't seem so good. No, it's actually pretty good, Zorbach start. Zorbach might actually be challenging him into turn 2 now. Judah King in turn 1, and now they're all going, all the drivers, down into turn 2. And Perez holds on the lead from Zorbach. And there's some battling at the back already. Oh, big contact! Big contact! Campana hit. Because Campana hit in the back and he had damage. And there's more damage for other drivers, I think. So let's see what happened, mate. Toka's rot happened.
Yeah, I think for sure. Oh no, it was Pascal who hit.
Campana got hit from the back. Yeah, just got he got dominoed into the other car. He got completely torpedoed.
Yeah, so I think Pascal has damage.
I think so too because, and the Russian time, or I think it's a Russian time. The driver ahead is lucky he didn't take any damage.
Rodrigo Gomez actually went into Pascual.
Oh, it was Gomez. Oh, the championship leader. That's a bad mistake to make. Bad mistake to make. Yeah, I don't want to make any early predictions, but if he causes incidents like this, I don't think he'll stay in the championship lead after this race, but I could be wrong. Anyway, Perez has a healthy lead now as...
And Perez trying to attack Zorbach.
Exactly, into turn 4, and I don't think he got the move. The quality on the screen share is not so good, but I hope you guys have better quality on the stream. And now Lord Chung is going to go down the inside into turn 5, and she can't make the move. No. And Campana is now being passed by everyone, and Zolga very close to colliding with Gomez. As Perez has a healthy lead now, after just not even 2 sectors. Chaotic first lap. So yeah.
Okay, so Pauline is trying to overtake Archer, I think.
But
for
I don't think he can make it around the outside, so no.
I think we'll need to try into turn 2.
It's the main overtaking spot, but is he close enough now? Because I think he might be too far back at this point.
Yeah, there is.
I think he should actually watch it.
Oh,
what's this? Yeah, a little bit of contact. There was a lockup and some hard racing, but I don't think he can pass in here.
There was quite difficult.
A lot of tap, I think. Yeah, a cheeky nudge, I think I'd say you could call it. So anyway, that's the MP Motorsport of Skillen, and behind him is the other MP Motorsport.
So we
have Pascual and Campana head back. Yeah, you can see Zorbach is actually gaining on Perez.
I think he has a really good pace, actually. And there is
going for the attack on Tomaselli. So let's see if the Russian time driver can go for the move into turn 2.
No, I think no.
Good defense, and that's gonna put him under pressure on the other Tomaselli. As Wallinger gets overtaken. Contact with GP Motorsport. Oh, big contact. Whoa. Yeah, Gomez as well. Oh my god.
That is terrible for the championship leader.
Exactly. Last season, the MP Motorsport cars collided.
I remember.
Yeah, he collided with Fosbury.
Skillen was out in that case, I think.
I think both of them actually, so. Yeah. And then
he almost collected.
He gets collected by his teammate.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if his teammate collected him. No, his teammate avoided him, but Gomez wasn't so lucky. He couldn't avoid him. That's very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
The MP Motorsport didn't collide.
Here. Whoa.
Yeah, a lot of contact. From Fosbury, what happened to him after that?
Well, what do you think is the fault?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, that corner, I think it would have to be Skillen's fault for the move because yeah, I think he just went too fast, way too fast into into Fosbury. I think Fosbury was innocent in that crash. There was nothing he could do.
Yeah, Tomaselli is what can I say? Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Alessandro overtook Titkov here.
Yeah, he passed Titkov. So Titkov tried to pass at turn 2, but he failed, and that just compromised his plan.
Around the inside.
To back out early, so that's not good for him. But he can try again.
No.
And no. Unfortunately not.
Around the outside.
That's never going to work. We have experience from last season. If you try to pass around the outside in Russia, it's just not gonna work.
So Zorbach is 9/10 behind Perez now.
Yeah, but I think the gap will update in just a little bit, so let's see what it's gonna be. Zorbach fastest lap.
No,
Yeah, 8/10 now. So Zorbach is the
Curious,
fastest car on track at the moment, it
Well,
seems.
actually, it's curious.
Meanwhile, my arms hurt a little bit, so just so you know, guys. Meanwhile, Fashor is going for a move on Macamo into turn 2. Can he get the run and can he make the move?
Yeah,
See now.
No.
Back out, and that's just gonna ruin his run. Now
Titko
Titko is trying to get back,
Big
and we have a
battle
Tomaselli
here.
battle. Yeah. So I see down the inside into 4, and that was never gonna work. And let's see if Titko has a chance. Meanwhile, Titko didn't get to pass, but he is very close, and you can see the fuel load at the top. 16 laps left for Titko.
Yeah, but it's one stop for everyone here.
But there's a difference about how heavy or how light you are, because it can change some stuff. And Paulino pulled away from Alessandro Tomaselli, as you can see.
Yeah, we are seeing a replay here.
In a replay, so let's see what it was. Is that Hutter?
Griffiths. I don't know.
Oh, it's Griffiths. What?
I think he was made a great overtake here.
Did he pass more than just Olga?
Yeah,
so he went on Radivojevic too, and he went on Fosbury. No, he didn't go on Fosbury, just on Radivojevic. Still 2 places, so that's pretty good. Good overtake. So let's see now.
Yeah, so
can Warsaw go after Titov?
Making blocking behind everyone.
He's getting out of the slipstream too early, I think. If he goes to the outside, he has no chance to overtake.
Why people keep going into the outside?
Mistake on the braking, but might actually be close enough through the corner, but no. So let's see now if Suarez is gonna, if Macamo is gonna go for it. And I was looking at the wrong car, wasn't I?
Zorbach is 8/10 behind.
Still 8/10, but let's see if the gap changes even more. A bit closer, but you can't separate these guys at the moment. So let's see Suarez. What happened there? You're just keeping Watzel behind, but Watzel may have a chance now with the slipstream. Russia, many people complain that it's not a track with many overtaking opportunities, because in real life, 2017,
most likely only turn 2.
Yeah, we had no overtakes, but turn 2 is a great chance if you want to overtake.
No,
maybe it's the only chance, and he can't pass.
Still cannot overtake.
Really difficult, especially if you have a engine disadvantage, like for example in the top class. Of course, here you don't have to worry about engine disadvantage, but yeah.
Yeah, we have vehicle cars.
Yeah, could be a factor, especially later in the race. And fuel difference. Federi is trying to go for a move of Eldinger, but he has to back out. Don't have to be so risky.
Campana sets the fastest lap of the race.
It's Nicolas apologizes for what happened, but it's okay.
Oh, Suarez locks up.
Yeah, that's a lockup. And Campana is at the back, so do you need to be in the points to get fastest lap points or not? Because I'm not sure.
I don't.
That was a very big lockup. Yeah, for Suarez.
In a strange place.
That's a very unusual overtaking spot, if you ask me. But yeah.
He got advantage from the lockup.
Exactly. I think Watson is lucky that he didn't get crashed into.
No,
now
Chung.
Careless and are battling for P3. Extending the gap a little bit to Zorba, I think. And we have a big battle here.
Everyone. Oh, and the Griffiths.
Down the inside, and he grabs the position. Good move. Perez 1 second gap, so he is extending the lead slightly. But Zorba is close.
Chung is close.
Actually, yeah. Are we gonna have a 4-way fight for the race lead, or because in Bahrain we had a 3-way fight, we could actually have a 4-way fight in Russia, so we'll just have to wait and see. It's pretty close to Careless, but she's not trying to make a move right now. She's just biding her time, I think. You see the fuel load, she has 13 more laps, so yeah.
Fasher, and this time he takes the position.
He's trying to go for a move into turn
Oh.
3 around the inside, and he makes it move. He makes the move,
Well,
if you ask me. So yeah, good move. Champion. Now, let's see what's happening some more.
well, not so much happening actually.
Yeah, I think the front 4 might be spreading out a little bit, but Hatter might be able to join the battle as well in a few laps, well, I'm not sure. As you can see the fuel loads, some people are fueled heavier, some people are fueled lighter. I didn't remember the fuel loads for the top 5, but you can see Sava only have 10 laps left, such as Federi, who we're on board right now. And he tried to make a move.
Well, do you think
Close behind Zolta.
that overcut or undercut is better?
Position, you have to go for the undercut, but if you can get the overcut and have the fresher tires, you'll still have to make the overtake near the end of the race, which is the difficult part. But if you can make it, overcut can work. Then again, if it will work is another question. I'm just saying it can work, not that it will. Anyway, we're looking at Fashor, who is trying to make a move for the final point spot in P10. Behind, I think that's Federi. Fashor down the inside, and Easy got the position.
Yeah.
And Federi does the same.
Position Waldinger.
Yeah, so far, and I don't think for Griffiths either, besides the great overtake Jamie made. If you're not in the points, it's generally not a good race for you. So yeah. Careless, I think he's trying to close on to Zorbach. Zorbach's pace might be dropping.
Well,
Careless
yeah.
is fueled, I think, lighter than the leader.
Paces are really close.
And Zorbach can't keep up with Perez, so he had the edge in the first 2 or 3 laps, but now Perez had the edge, so meanwhile Griffiths is battling with Waldinger, and this is not a corner for overtaking. Which can make a move. This line, and then might give Radivojevic the better exit, so let's see. She's gonna go for the inside, so she might be able to make the pass.
Yeah, but
Or not.
Yeah.
Should have kept the foot on the throttle, but she could go for a dive bomb, maybe no. And my screen froze, I think. Okay, it's back now. My screen. So yeah. Careless is still trying to catch Zorbach, but Chung is also very close to Careless, so yeah. You can never tell who's going to
The
win.
championship leader Gomez has no opportunity for the points.
Precisely. He will get points in his home race, so that's gonna be good for him. Anyway,
The
Zolga
race is not finished yet.
still have 24 more laps, including this one. Now Radivojevic, I think, is that Radivojevic? Yes, she's making a move on Griffiths. Can she go down the inside and take the position? And the answer is yes. Yes, she can. Good move for the hottest driver.
No Zolga.
Advantage as well and make the move on Griffiths. He's gonna go down the inside into turn 4. That's a very risky move, but if he can pull it off, it's a great move. And he doesn't risk it. Doesn't risk, but his exit is compromised, and that allows Fosbury to pass him.
He took too much care.
Crash, but it still ruined his exit.
One
Zorbach
point.
is... Yeah, but Zorbach's fuel load, I think it might be bigger than Perez, so we'll just have to see if this is gonna give Zorbach an advantage later in the race. But
Now he
the gap
gained.
is much closer now. I think Perez might have made a mistake because it doesn't look like 1.4 seconds. I think it looks like a little bit less now, if you ask me. Or maybe I'm just an idiot, I don't know, but
No, it's updated now, so
yeah, it's gonna get updated when they cross the line. But I think it's a little bit closer now.
I'm looking at the minimap. I think there is a battle for 6th, I think.
A lot of battling anyway. Chung is still the gap is a little bit closer, so I was right.
Yeah, so the
I
two
think,
Tomaselli are
yeah.
closing each other.
Yeah, and I think they might have a chance to catch the front four later. We'll have to see. Anyway, Macamo now, can he put the pressure on Suarez, or will he be put under pressure by Federi?
And if
Or
they
will both things happen at the same time?
Tomaselli's crash, then I will have to beat them off.
Family feud, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Macamo goes defensive even though he doesn't have to, just compromising his exit in turn 3, and look how much closer Federi is now in MP Motorsport.
Taking slips to... Oh! Wow.
Just there.
Well, aggressive
Or-
defense. Look.
Close the door. I don't think that's a fair move from Macamo, but thankfully it didn't result in anything too catastrophic or anything. Just, I think, did they even touch?
So close.
No, they didn't. I don't think. Yeah, very close. He had to slam on the brake. He had to slow down a little bit.
That would have been a major accident.
And why I don't understand why Macamo is going defensive so much when Federi isn't close enough to actually try to attack, but he is close enough now because he moved all the time. So if you go defensive when you don't need to go defensive, it just helps your opponent get closer. So yeah, only go defensive when you absolutely have to. Like now, for example, let's see if Federi can get him on the exit or if he's too close to gain from the slipstream too much. Is he going for inside or outside? He's staying in the slipstream. That's an interesting tactic, and now he's going for the outside.
Why people keep going into the outside?
No surprise there, it doesn't work. Outside line never works, but he might have a chance into turn 2, sorry. All within 5 seconds, the top 4 within 3 seconds, so it's definitely close. The race win could go either way, so let's see who's gonna get it. We're getting back to the battle between Federi and Macamo.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
Fosbury
Fashur and Watto.
That's a really great pace.
He's been gaining places ever since the start of the race, and he is in the points, so I'm sure he just wants more points now. Anyway, Federi, now he has the run, and he's gonna go for it down the inside of Macamo. Will he get a position? And
Yeah, maybe. No.
no, he doesn't. Good defending from Macamo.
Yeah, Federi started last. Now he's 13.
Zolga started last. No, Federi started last. So he's
Oh,
going for
really
it
good
into turn
move.
4.
But it goes wide. Macamo retakes.
Oh, he goes wide and he loses he loses does he lose 2 places? So let's see. He absolutely went for it, Daniel Ricciardo style, but he did. He ran out of track. So yeah, and he rejoins. And is he gonna lose 2 positions? He loses 2 positions. So not the smartest dive bomb there from Federi. But I will give him credit for at least trying it, even though it didn't work out.
So now we are looking for a battle for P9.
It's for sure. I keep confusing them all the time. You guys know this already about me, that I confuse drivers sometimes. So for sure he's gonna go for it. Not around the outside,
well,
Isaac, that's never gonna work.
What a surprise.
So he keeps the position. Now Waldinger is under pressure from Federi.
Now,
Federi is desperate to gain a position. He's going around the outside, and he has to back out. And Radivojevic is behind them right now.
I think the first 5 position will maybe be decided by pit stops.
Or maybe after the pit stops because of the fresher tires thing. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
But anyway, the pit stops will play a big role. What's happening to Watson? Loose wheel for Watzel! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! This is not how. This is so unlucky. Henry Watzel. Can he make it to a pit stop? He'll have to do the entire lap. So if he can make it, that's him out of the race, I'm afraid. So let's see what happened. He was trying to defend, of course. He was trying to position to get ready for the big straight, and right before penultimate corner, as he was entering the penultimate corner, the loose wheel hit. So yeah, really unfortunate for the Prema driver. And if he doesn't make it back to the pits, that's gonna be him out of the race. But either way, so his chances of points are very small now. And Federi is going for it now on the inside. Wallinger.
He can make the move. He can't make the move.
He can, but Radivojevic has a run now on him, so can she make the move?
Meanwhile, Watson
Meanwhile,
is
Watson
losing.
is still, yeah, we have a fight now. This could be free wide. Radivojevic, can she go down the inside? It's not gonna be free wide, but Griffiths goes a little deep, and that just allows Fosbury to get closer. So
I think,
near the back of the pack, it's getting a train.
What's a race now? Screw it.
Yeah.
And he's.
Is he pulling over? He's pulling over.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not the best spot to pull over.
Oh,
The
Makamo
Russian
went
time ran
wide.
wide, Makamo. Yeah, he was trying to avoid, I think.
That was useless.
Was the car. I don't think I don't think the danger was immediate. I don't think it was the best spot for Watson to pull over either. So yeah, it probably distracted Makamo, and he just changed the steering for in the middle of the corner.
Well, he lost only
Yeah.
a few seconds of place.
And that's Henry Watson out of the race. What a shame. He was in P9 when the problem hit. So unfortunately he's gonna have 0 points, and that's the first DNF of the day. This corner might be troublesome until they can move the car. Camo is still under pressure after that mistake. Dive bomb gave him a little bit of time over the others, but now that Makamo made his own mistake, everyone is catching him. With Watzel out, all these guys are now one position closer to the points. And speaking of Watzel, I think they just moved his car. Because now have to catch on Zorbach, so let's see if we can catch him or not.
So in a few laps, we will start pit stops.
I think maybe even next lap if I'm not wrong, but we'll just have to see.
Well,
The front pack is still very close. Zorbach 1.2 behind Perez.
Great camera view.
Nicholas, if you wanna commentate next week, I don't like to decide things right now. We can decide in a few days, maybe not. I mean, not exactly right now because, yeah, I don't usually plan ahead. So yeah. Anyway, in the chat, who do you think is going to win the race? Let me know your predictions because we have 4, maybe even 5 people who have a chance to win the race. So yeah. So we have Perez, the leader, and we have Zorbach, Careless, Laura Chung, and maybe even Joe Hutter, who all have a chance to win the race. So who is it gonna be?
I think Joe Hutter can have an opportunity. Yeah, he has not got pace to stay ahead.
We'll just have to see. Now Federi going around the outside, and this is going to work? No, of course not. It's never going to work around the outside into 10-12. Never. Keeping Fosbury behind. For P11 is quite a train, I think. For P11, P12 and all the other positions.
Most likely.
Within a second of Perez, so this could get interesting. Perez's tire is falling off the cliff now, and we'll just have to talk about that later because Federi has a great run on Waldinger, so let's see if we can get him now.
Behind, possibly trying to attack his.
Federi can't seem to get an overtake done. That's really unfortunate for Federi. I don't think he has the killer instinct today to make the move, but let's see if Radivojevic has it. 2-3rd free, and that's a beautiful overtake. Very nice job that Federi loses on the place. I think Zolga was already ahead though, right? And
No,
Kapala is racing Pascual, the 2 guys near the back of the pack. For Kapala. In the top 5 is catching up to Perez. So I think Perez's pace might be dropping, but he has the race lead at a very vital third position.
Well, we need to see the paces after the pit stops.
parts that decide the race.
So Radivojevic now trying the outside, but no.
Doesn't work. But I think she definitely has the pace advantage over Waldinger, so Waldinger has to go defensive for these laps. Maybe he's fuel a little heavier than the others, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, Federi is right back with these guys, so yeah. Into a penultimate corner, what's the point? She wasn't going to attack there, but she will attack into the second corner, so we'll just have to see if she can make the pass. The run, so let's see now.
If she will fit this lap.
Yeah, exactly, I just noticed it too, so let's see now. Big straight line speed advantage because the slipstream into turn 2, hard on the brakes.
Yeah.
And she gets Waldinger, easy move.
Fosbury on Zolga.
Contact, but Fosbury makes
move.
it. Yeah, he didn't have much space to work with, but he made it work.
Last season we had many contacts.
It's much cleaner this time, well, except the first lap.
Now we have Jinx.
Perez, who has 6 more laps of laps of fuel. Of course, he's not gonna pit in 6 laps. He's gonna pit in 4 or 5, I assume. And
so Hatter
is pitting this lap
the first.
to go for the undercut. Oh, engine
no.
failure! Engine failure for sure! Oh my god!
Well,
Corbett Vellenlager! Engine failure, and he pulls over the same spot as Hatter.
that is really unlucky from Hatter.
Yeah, he's rolling onto the track, and
That
that's
wheel.
so unfortunate. Yeah. Oh man. For sure did not deserve this. He did not deserve an engine failure. He was doing so good. He was making great recovery. He was in the points, and I think P9 is cursed today, because if you are P9, you're gonna retire with a mechanical problem. It's not the first time it happened today.
Yeah. So we need to see who is P9 now.
Retire from P9, and now we have for sure retire from P9 with mechanical problems. So that's really, really unfortunate, but the engine just went scra.
The engine just had no.
That's really, really unlucky. And you can see, guys, the front battle, Zorbach is only 7/10 behind the race leader now, so... But yeah, the engine failure, really catastrophic, so yeah. Or for sure. He spun in Russia, and that ruined his race, and now... he didn't spin in Russia, he spun in Bahrain, and that ruined his race. And now in Russia, he has an engine failure to no fault of his own. And Campana is going to pit for the second time.
The track is gone, so... And Hatter in Oh no.
Tomaselli battled into turn 2. Tomaselli battle, and who's ahead? There's contact! Oh my god! Tomaselli collision! Tomaselli family feud.
I think I jinxed it.
This was absolutely crazy. Yeah, but Alessandro still got the position, even though he completely hit him.
That was a strange move, but yeah, it worked.
You jinxed them earlier. You said they're gonna collide, and they collided.
Well, I think I have to beat them off later. Because I'm their trainer.
Alessandro understeered. Yeah, he completely understeered, and there was nothing Paulino could do other than collide.
Well, that was a bit lucky. So Titkov gained 2 places.
Who wins? What happens when 2 Tomasellis fight? The Russians win, because Titkov overtook both of them. He's into the pits, and he's gonna fuel up. He has some tires as well. And let's see if we can rejoin in some clean air to go for the undercut, because in Bahrain he was in traffic, and that prevented his chance of getting the undercut on Radivojevic. Yeah, Waldinger, is he attacking? Whoa, so close. But Hatter is in clean air this time, so let's see how much of an undercut he can gain on the leaders.
We have many pit stops here.
People in the pits, and including Campana. Move, and he has clean air, which can make him.
Yeah, meanwhile,
which can put him into the fight for the win.
There was a glitch in the... Oh no!
Contact! Oh, he hits the Zara, and it's Pashkol spins around. I think that was entirely his fault. Let's see if he rejoins safely. He rejoins safely, but and Federi passes Snezana, so we'll just have to see again what happened.
I don't know. We'll really blame for that.
he went for a gap that just wasn't there. No, he didn't even go for the gap, he just went to the back of the Rapax driver. So, Radivojevic gets hit from behind. To no fault of her own. And Pascual spins himself. Federi gains a position.
Pascual's race can be anywhere.
Now we're looking at the battle for the final point spot because of Galfashore's retirement. These guys are now battling for the points.
That is Sutter.
So Griffith behind Waldinger.
Oh, no, that's Waldinger.
Up. Yeah. And Careless is pitting. This could be great. This could be huge for that for the win. Robin Careless is into the pits. The Estonian driver.
So we're reaching
Pretty
the
long. Yeah.
half of the race.
We see now 19 laps of fuel, enough, more than enough to the end. Let's see, will Careless still be ahead of Hutter? Because he has to wait. He has to wait for Tomaselli. So
Great.
yeah, that's really unfortunate. Let's see if Careless can still rejoin ahead of Hutter or not. Because if not, that's gonna suck for him. That's gonna be unlucky.
I think he's on a straight. Yeah.
Here is Hutter. It's gonna be very close between the two. But Careless is ahead. Careless is ahead. Can Hutter overtake now? And Joe Hutter is gonna go for it, I think.
No.
And there is no contact now. And Careless just ahead, so close. Despite the bad luck, he still holds the position.
I think Release will lose third place.
To Chung. Unless he can get a very good undercut, you know. Zolga is going for it. Into their 12 and no. But it didn't work.
And there is...
No flag contact!
Oh no.
Fosbury is out! Fosbury is out in Grand Prix! Oh my god, and he's reversed
and
it.
he's joining to the track again. I don't like this situation. I don't like it.
Reversing onto the racetrack. You can't do that. And Makamo has to avoid. What was Fosbury thinking there?
Watch out for debris.
Everyone has to slow down to avoid him. Griffiths and Pascual, please avoid him, and they avoided him. But what the hell was going on? So Fosbury, he got hit by... Wait, let's see. Zolga was trying to overtake him. We saw. So let's see. Did they collide? And... they got into him.
Well, that wasn't Zolga's fault. Fosbury fault.
Did he actually spin by himself, or was it... And then Tomaselli...
Yeah.
So unlucky, there was nothing Tomaselli could do to avoid him.
Yeah. So another bad race for my brother here.
Exactly. And Fosbury, this is extremely stupid driving. What is he doing reversing onto the circuit like that?
No, I don't know, maybe his steering wheel broke.
But Makamo's so close to disaster, and yeah. I have no idea what Fosbury was thinking. You can argue on what the first incident was, but Fosbury rejoining dangerously like that was really stupid, if you ask me. Anyway, we're looking at Skillen. He's right behind Gomez. We didn't talk much about these guys because of the incident at the start, and we're at the halfway point of the race, by the way, so yeah.
So we're speeding now.
Tomaselli into the pits. His cousin will also have to pit, but because of damage. So yeah.
So the Arden team is doing really well.
Yeah, so it seems. Perez drives for Arden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have a driver leading the race. He's been leading all the time. And the driver will just come into the pits from P5, so let's see where he's gonna re-enter the circuit. Removed Fosbury's car because it's in a very, very dangerous position.
That's P8, P9.
Yeah,
P9.
and Zolga pits as well. Tomaselli is behind Waldinger, but Waldinger didn't pit yet. Zolga does pit now. You can argue, was Zolga at fault or was Fosbury at fault, or was it a racing incident? Either way, Zolga comes into a pit, scheduled stop, an unscheduled stop for Tomaselli, so unlucky for him. There's no way he could avoid Fosbury and he takes the damage. Right after he pitted also. That's really unfortunate. Taking damage right after a scheduled pit stop, it sucks.
Oh yeah.
It's right ahead of... who was it? Zolga is battling someone. He's battling Griffiths and Griffiths goes for it. Contact!
Oh no.
Contact, both spin around. Both spin around.
What's Zolga is doing? Oh, I don't like this.
Gomez avoid! He avoids Ultra
Oh my
Instinct!
God.
Gomez! Oh my god. Gomez
Slalom.
goes Ultra Instinct there. We'll have
I
to
give
see that.
I give this lemon a 10.
Still stuck there. He's still stuck there though. Or he's just waiting.
Real unlucky here from Griffiths.
Turns around and again, and yeah, I think he was just waiting to enter safely. So let's see
I-
now.
I think it was Griffiths' fault.
He just he turned into him, I think,
Yeah,
and then he tried to correct, but too late. And the both of them
most-
spin.
Most
And now let's
likely
look at this
racing
epic
incident.
save, epic driving from Gomez. Ultra Instinct Gomez, he dodged it so perfectly.
Well, I'll leaving chicane.
Killen, did he avoid too? Yes, Ultra Instinct Skiller as well. So these guys are very, very strong. They have achieved the level of masterfulness so good. They can dodge anything. Track, but he lost so much time. So much time after the spin.
Now Chung.
Yeah, Laura Chung is into the pits. Will she be ahead of Careless or not?
Well, let's see.
We'll have to see, because Careless was held up in the pits, but he might gain with the undercut. So let's see now. Is he gonna be ahead of Laura Chung or not? This could be crucial in the battle for the podium, or even the battle for the race win. Laura Chung now, the Chinese driver, rejoins onto the circuit, and where is Careless?
Yeah, he's
We'll have to see. I think she's still ahead. And Chung is way ahead. She still have Careless. She jumped him. And she jumped Swedish as well.
So Uho didn't pit yet.
Leaders, Perez and Zorbach didn't pit. So this is perfect chance for our Chung if she wants to get the jump. And speaking of the leaders, they're gonna pit this lap, and so is Titkov. He's lost so much time because of the hold up in the pits. So much time, you know.
Yeah.
If he wasn't held up, he might have still been ahead of Chung, but it's not. Now it's not the point to.
Well, let's see if he has
What the
to
effect?
take
Yeah.
to regain the position.
We'll just have to see.
Now we have the
Now Chung,
first.
she needs to push now if she wants to get the leaders, because the leaders are coming at right now. Perez and Zorbach, they've been at it for ever since the start. Neither has been able to gain, to shake the other off or get close enough. So yeah, at the same time. So let's see who's gonna get a better pit stop, the racing engineering or the Arden guys.
So I think Zorbach will take the lead at this point because his pit crew is.
Titkov might play a part if he holds up one of them.
Yeah.
Or both of them.
Oh no. Okay.
Zorbach, see, is
yeah,
he's ahead of
Zorbach.
Perez. Zorbach is taking the race lead, unbelievable. Nicholas
Well,
Zorbach is actually leading now.
Well,
Will he
okay.
still return ahead of Chung though? Where is Laura Chung? This could be big. Are they gonna be ahead of her? Onto the straight, and I think... Yeah, Zorbach is in the lead.
So close.
No, there's Chung, very, very close. She's right behind Zorbach. Is she gonna go for the move? The move for the race lead. So close.
Yeah, meanwhile,
Zorbach
Alessandro
leads
Tomaselli
now.
set the fastest lap of the race.
And man, this is close. Laura Chung so close to a race lead, but Zorbach with an amazing job from the mechanics, he's in the lead. And Perez, bad
It's
pit
down
stop,
to
I
third.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think I can explain anything else for Perez. He just had a bad pit stop.
Yeah. We need
So
to
let's see
see
Zorbach's
the
pit stop again,
timing of
because
the pit stop.
this might be the pit stop that gives him the race win. We'll just have to see by the end if
There
it
is
is.
no timing.
He held up by Titkov, but he wasn't. And I'm sure he's thanking Titkov so much, but Perez... He came into a pits and he had a bad pit stop there, Xavi Perez. And now if he wants to win, he's gonna have to do it on track by passing the guys ahead of him. Perez, he had to wait for Zorbach. Yeah, he had to wait for Zorbach. the race lead for now and potentially the race win later. And Laura Chung is now in a big chance to fight for the win against Zorbach.
Now I think this will be a great fight for P1.
Both these drivers already won in the past. Zorbach is the master of Austria. He only ever won in Austria. He won 2 times. So let's see if he can finally win on another track. And Laura Chung, if I'm not wrong, she has 1 victory in Bahrain last season. So let's see if she can make it 2.
I asked the
But don't underestimate Perez and
yesterday.
Kerlis. Yeah, Perez and Kerlis can also win the race.
It's 12 laps remaining.
Yeah, now Macamo versus Suarez. Macamo into turn 4, he doesn't go for it. He stays behind. Campana,
Yeah, look at this.
Chung versus Nicolas Zorbach. This is the battle for the race win. So
He
we're
will
going to try
He will
this.
go in the inside.
Can she go for it in
And
turn
there is
12?
contact.
There's contact!
Oh no.
Contact, she hit Zorbach!
No, no.
And she spins around. And Zorbach still holds on to the lead, but Chung has
I
just
can't
cost
believe-
herself the race win with this. She
I
just
can't
cost herself the win. Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
It's down
Seven.
to 7th.
Yeah. This is so unfortunate. She gets too excited about it and she goes for the inside, but the
Yeah.
gap just isn't there. She hits Zorbach's tire. And yeah, Zorbach is lucky he didn't lose the lead or he didn't take damage, but
Yeah,
she didn't
but
take damage
now
either, but she got too much
Perez
time.
and Kerlis are
Perez
on
have
his back.
got right up. Yeah. Man, I think this must have been a real scare for Zorbach because he was going into the wall. So yeah. This is so unfortunate for Chung. She caused this accident, but it's unfair to lose so many positions. Anyway, we have a freeway battle for the win now. Zorbach versus Perez versus Kerlis. So who's gonna win? Chung unfortunately is out of the battle for the win, but we have these 3 guys, so let's see who's gonna take it here in Russia.
So Kerlis taking slips in from the Arden.
And let's see if Kerlis can get the move on Perez. He has the overspeed. He's going for it.
He will do it.
And Robin Kerlis.
Or not. No.
And Perez holds
Good.
on.
Good
Impressive.
defense.
Yeah, but if they battle each other, they're just allowing Zorbach to get away. So I'm sure they don't want that. Will Kerlis go for it into turn 4? He definitely has the pace advantage on Perez, so let's see. No, he doesn't go for it. And Hatter is catching them as well. And Titkov as well, so yeah. The battle for the podium might be heating up.
And Titkov is catching Hatter.
Yeah. Maybe Titkov came in the fight for the podium again, and Rodrigo Gomes now comes into the pit lane for his second stop,
Yeah, I
first
think,
scheduled stop.
Rodrigo Gomes will lose the championship.
Yeah, most likely. Now Titkov is going for a move on Hatter. Titkov, cheered by the Russian fans and by Putin. Can he make the position? And right now, no. Wait, he's going for contact!
no.
He hits him and he spins it!
No, oh no.
Hatter in the wall! Hatter out! Hatter is out of the
What?
race! Oh my god! Hatter is out of the race!
I
This
don't
would have been
think
so
Putin
good.
will be happy.
Yeah, Putin declares war on Switzerland after that. And
Yeah.
Titkov doesn't take damage, but he
lucky
loses a
for
lot of time.
Hatter. He could have taken the
Yeah, so
championship
fun.
lead.
The podium, so or both, but now he's going at absolutely nothing. Joel Hatter is out of the race. No fault of his own, I think, so yeah. Titkov, I think, just like Chung, he got too excited and turn 12 claiming yet another casualty, another big contact. And this Zorbach was lucky he didn't hit the wall, but Hatter, he went straight into the wall, so yeah.
Yeah, I think there was more.
This is
more
so
faster.
unfortunate for Hatter, and Titkov was spun around as a result of the contact, locked up, spins it, and gets overtaken by Tomaselli, who moves up into P4, very impressive. And he gets also overtaken by Laura Chung, who is back in P5 now.
Well, let's see if Chung has it to retake the podium.
Might be too far back, but she might be able to get Tomaselli at least. We'll have to see.
Ah,
Versus Perez, the battle for P2. Is Zorbach pulling away for them? for the sake of spectacle, I want them to catch Zorbach. I don't want to sound biased, but yeah, I think it would be boring if Zorbach just pulls away to win. I want a freeway fight for the win personally, but what do you guys think? Zorbach appears to be the favorite to win the race now, but these guys can catch him, so let's see if they can catch him. So yeah, I'm probably contradicting myself in every sentence I say, but
Well,
whatever.
Perez is pulling away.
Zorbach, because that's the dilemma. I don't think he is. Perez will be absolutely gutted if he loses this win because of a pit stop.
No, Campana.
Now Campana is going on Zolga. And he gets the move. That was easy.
Not best race for Zolga.
From Perez. So Perez must be cursing the pit mechanics because they let him get impeded. And yeah, they could have released him with the unsafe release, but he would have taken the lead. But he would have kept the lead. But now Zorbach is gonna lead the race. And if nothing goes wrong for Zorbach from now on, he's gonna win. If nothing goes wrong, of course. I hope I didn't jinx anything or whatever. You know. Anyway, Zorbach has the last corner, and Perez is doing his best to catch him. But will Perez catch him? Zorbach was a little bit faster in the first stint, so Perez has to make even more pushing now if he wants to catch. Titkov fastest lap. Titkov doing very good even after the contact earlier. So he might get the bonus points for Putin for those 2 bonus points. How much Titkov and Chung can recover, because they both lost a lot of time by spinning at turn 12. So I have to see if they can fight for P4 or maybe even the podium, even though that might be a stretch. Zorbach, Perez gains a little bit on Zorbach, so let's see. Federi is passing Macamo, and Federi passes Macamo. Up to P8 goes Andrea Federi, who started from last. This is a very impressive comeback for Federi. Ryan. And we were hyped out so much about what would happen after the pit stop, a potential 4-way fight. The crashes, the crashes kind of made it a little bit weirder. Now it looks a lot more calmer, I think, because Zorbach has the 2-second gap to Perez, and we don't know if we're actually gonna get a battle for the win now. You know.
Let's see. I don't think Perez is not gaining so much.
No way. But let's see if Chung and Tomaselli can do anything to catch on Careless, maybe for the podium.
Well, 3.1 and 2.2. I don't think.
I need to take a bathroom break, so I'll see you in 1 minute, guys, or so. I'll be right back.
Okay, so Titkov sets the fastest lap of the race. And now Paulino Tomaselli trying to overtake Valenzuela. And he tried around the inside. That might be a great move, but no. I think he should try in turn 2. So let's see. Taking slipstream. Now goes into the inside. No, it doesn't take the position. Good defense here by Valenzuela. So it's 2.2 distance from Zorbach and Perez. I don't think Perez will do it.
Okay, so I'm back. Did I miss anything?
No, only Paulino Tomaselli trying to overtake Zolga here.
He still hopes he wins in Austria.
Yeah. So around the outside.
Volga
and
moves a
Volga.
lot, but thankfully there is no contact. But yeah, they're battling for P14. Tomaselli could have had some very good points, but he was an innocent passenger in the
Lockup.
incident with Fosbury. Yeah, there's the
Yeah.
lockup for Zolga.
Another 0
Tomaselli,
points for Paulino Tomaselli.
yeah, 0 points through no fault of his own because of because of Fosbury being the wrong way around, sideways. Yeah, there was nothing he could do. He couldn't avoid. But let's see now if
seasons he started always well. Now he's starting bad, and he might.
he's racing. I think he's just racing for pride at this point. He's not. He doesn't care about getting points now because even if he overtakes Zolga, which he's overtaking right now, he'd still have to get 3 more positions in 8 laps to get points. So yeah, and he doesn't actually overtake. No, Zolga holds on. As Zorba continues to pull away from Perez.
First 5 positions are that.
I don't think they're gonna change unless something crazy happens. It was crazy from the start, so we'll just have to see.
Look, kickoff from Suarez. It's 22 seconds.
But that's a big gap, and I think Titkov might actually be close to Chung, so if there's a battle there, we'll have to monitor it. And Zorbach continues to extend the lead. Perez gains a tiny bit, but overall I think Zorbach is just faster today. Perez either way. He was unlucky with the pit stop, but yeah, Zorbach was unlucky with the pit stop last season, so what goes around, I guess, because last season in Russia, Zorbach had an absolutely terrible race, but now he's actually having a good race, and if nothing more goes wrong, he's gonna win.
Well, I hope it's for him.
Yeah. Give everything he has to make sure that Zorbach doesn't win, because Perez wants his first win.
He had that little problem with commentary, so...
It's just after this lap we'll have only 6 laps, I think. Yeah. We're nearing the end of it. And yeah, Tomaselli is still trying to pass Zolga. So let's see if he can get him now. Last lap he didn't manage to get him. Can he do it now?
He has more slipstream, I think he will.
And he is ahead going into the corner and he gets the move down on Zolga. Not a good race from the DTM champion, unfortunately for him. 2 seconds exactly, so he gained on Zorbach. Perez is closer to Zorbach. Did something happen? Because I think Perez might have woken up. I said that Perez is going to do absolutely everything he can, and now Perez is actually gaining, I think. So is Perez gaining?
Let's see.
No, he increased the gap again. Good last sector because he just gained 4/10 of a second on Perez. So yeah. Only 5 laps to go after this lap, so yeah. Now Valdiger, the bell for the final point spot with Radivojevic. So let's see if he can get her, or if she can hold on. I think it's Macamo. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. Okay, so yeah. And Valdinger was very slow in the first stint because of the heavier fuel load, but now it's him going on the attack instead of him defending. So with the fresher tires, let's see how much attack he has in his car, because I'm sure he wants a point. Did he get points in Bahrain? I think he got points in Bahrain, so I'm sure he wants even more points.
He got 1 point, I think, or 2.
if he didn't get points in Bahrain, then I'm sure he'll want to get his first points now. But I think he already got his first points, so I'm sure he'll want to get more points. Calmed down a lot because in the earlier laps it was very strange, but now the race is a lot more calm. So yeah, giving everything. 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Now can Valdemir pass Radivojevic? He has the run. Is he gonna go for it? No, he's not. He thinks better of it. Meanwhile, Perez has closed the gap a tiny bit to Zorbach, but I don't think that's enough. No. Meanwhile, the battle for the final point spot is heating up. Can Radivojevic push onto Makamo and beat him? Or will Waldinger overtake her before that? Maybe Waldinger can even go for P9. Well,
Waldinger is really close now.
Still not close enough, no. No, you need a better run if he wants to make the position. He's a little bit of slipstream from the car ahead, so even harder job for Waldinger if you ask me. Chung is I'm trying to look at the gap between Chung and Titkov because we might have a battle there as well. Waldinger tries to go for it, but he changes his mind. And now he's super close. Let's see on the run to turn 5. Can he try something? He's going for it into turn 5 and again he backs off.
Yeah. His pace is really good.
Yeah. And Makamo is pulling away from her, so if she wants to get points, she has to keep Waldinger behind. But I think Waldinger knows that, and he's gonna give everything on the attack. So let's see. Because he pitted after her, so he has the fresh tires. Let's see now, on the run down to turn 12, out of turn 11, let's see if he can get her. He's in the slipstream.
That's massive thing, but now it goes not massive.
Around the outside, and that's not gonna work, it never works, and Waldinger tucks in behind. Well, between Suarez and Federi for P7, so we'll have to see about that.
Yeah.
Time. If he wants to get the move, he has to make it quickly, because otherwise he might not have enough time to catch Makamo and pass him. So yeah, but I think he might be close enough to have a proper try into turn 1 now.
Wow, look, Federi. It's 14th place gained.
And he could make it even more, one more place if he passes Suarez.
Yeah.
Is he close enough? I still don't think he is, but he is a little bit closer than last lap, so yeah. Still not enough. If he wants to get Radivojevic, he'll have to make a move on turn 12, which is especially difficult. Because you see what happens at turn 12. We had collisions there, or just failed moves altogether, so yeah.
Actually, the only safest turn to take is turn 2, but as we saw, sorry.
Even so, you have spins there, and you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's still behind Radivojevic. I think she didn't make any mistakes on this lap because her last lap was pretty messy in some corners, but now she's keeping a decent distance to Waldinger, so yeah.
Well,
Meanwhile,
yeah, so
they extend the lead.
In the bag.
Yeah, most likely. And Titkov is Chung just under a second, so let's see if he can get her and get some more points home for Putin. We'll just have to see. Yeah, Titkov got podium last season in Russia, but I think he's a little bit too far back to get it this time. But at least I'm sure Putin will be happy. I'm sure the Russian government will be happy if Titkov finishes in the top 5. So yeah, I've been on the podium, but he had that collision with Khater, so yeah, and it put Khater out of the race, which was very, very unfortunate for the Swiss driver. Or not, I honestly don't know. I don't think he even investigates.
This season will be really, really close. The battle for the title.
I think it's too early to think about the championship though. We have so many drivers who can be in the fight to win races. So yeah, I don't think.
We have also drivers.
I think the top 5 from this race is completely different from the top 5 from Bahrain. So yeah, and Titkov is so much closer now. He's gonna be all over the back of Chung. Can he get her? Is he gonna offer a move into turn 12? Both of them caused an incident into 12. So let's see if it's gonna be clean this time. And he's going around the outside. This is unbelievable. But no, he backed out. Chung had a little bit of a slide. And she's struggling for grip, I think, because Titkov is so much faster, I feel in the corners. Everything he has to try to get past her and get some more points from Mother Russia. So let's see. Meanwhile, Federi is also close behind Suarez, so keep an eye on that battle. There's also the battle between Radivojevic and Waldinger to look out for. Anyway, let's see if Titkov gain a good enough run now to get her.
Yeah.
And my voice is starting to die out a little bit, but it's okay. So let's see, with the slipstream, on the run to turn 2 goes Maxim Titkov. Chung doesn't defend, and Titkov down the inside, he takes P5. And Chung goes a little bit wide actually, so...
Yeah.
P5 for Maxim Titkov. Could have been only P5. Now we're looking at Perez. He cannot catch Zorbach, unfortunately for him. The pit stop really harmed his chances of taking the race win, but I think he will be happy with P2 anyway. It's gonna be his first podium in the GP2. Is in P5 now, and Tomaselli looks like he's gonna be in P4. He had a contact with his cousin, if you remember, earlier in the race.
Yeah.
Fault actually, but he got away from that unscathed, so yeah. And he's now gonna be P4. I think he's too far behind Careless and too far ahead of Titkov to lose the positions or to gain. So yeah, I think Tomaselli is gonna be in a comfortable P4. But let's see, we still have one more battle in the track, I think.
That was a really creative move to take the race.
Family Feud Russian edition.
Yeah.
In the final lap. This is gonna be a great win for him. It was a very, very close shave with Laura Chung. Hutter was put into the wall when he collided at turn 12 with another car. Zorbach collided with another car at turn 12, but he didn't hit the wall. He held on and is gonna take a win if he can hold on just one more lap.
So to turn 2 and 3 for the last time.
Yeah, Zorbach is
long straight for the last time.
Austria. He won as a guest driver in Austria in 2014, and he won in Austria in 2015. And now he's finally gonna win somewhere that is not Austria, if he can just hold on for the remaining laps, for the remaining corners of this lap. So yeah. Comfortable lead, so yeah. Perez gave everything he had, but the pit stop just didn't work in Perez's favor, and it gave Zorbach a vital advantage. They're ahead, so kudos to him on that one. Anyway, I think the rest of the field also calmed down, so yeah. So yeah, it was a pretty okay race, I think.
Yeah.
Are you still there, mate?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All Zorbach has to do now is negotiate the final sector, and he will take his first ever win outside of Austria. So yeah, his first win of the season. And it might, correct me if I'm wrong, it might give him a very good... Yellow flag, what's happening? Oh my god, Macamo is out! Oh my goodness, Macamo is out of the race! What's happened? Is there a problem? I think it's a problem.
Yeah, problem.
On the final lap, Dino Macamo. Oh my goodness, P9 is absolutely... P9 is cursed. P9 is cursed. If you're P9, you're gonna retire with a problem. With a mechanical problem.
Oh
First we had Watzel, British driver, P9 out of the race with problem.
I saw
sure.
British driver out in P9, and now then Macamo.
Yeah,
Also
if you're a British driver in P9, you're gonna be absolutely cursed at Russia, because the first time in this race, P9 British driver, mechanical failure. So yeah,
quite incredible.
Very, very unlucky for Macamo. Mechanical problem on the last lap. That's almost unheard of.
Well, he'd be classified. because
He's
it's
gonna
on
be
the
point
last
for
lap.
Baldinger, right? Because he was battling Snezana.
Yeah.
It's P9, but I'm sure not the way she wanted. Anyway, Nicholas Zorbach is now out of the last corner. And Nicholas Zorbach, the master of Austria, takes the victory in Russia. Zorbach wins for Racing Engineering.
Well, congrats to him.
A great drive. Perez second place. Good first podium for him, for the Frenchman.
So
Kelly's in
Perez,
third. Tomaselli fourth.
fifth
Titkov in
is
fifth. Laura Chung sixth. What might have been for her. We're gonna have Davi Suarez who holds on to take P7 at this rate. Yeah.
I think Suarez scored points also in Bahrain. So really good start of the championship.
Yeah, for him. I think it's still too early for anyone to think about the title, but it's important to take points in every race, and Suarez is doing that. So Suarez is gonna take the P7 now. Good race for him. Federi, amazing comeback from Federi. Better than 6-1 Barcelona PSG. Federi from last place to P8. Very good drive. Radivojevic P9. And the final point goes to Waldinger, who takes P10 today, so yeah. Campana, very unlucky for him. He got punted at the start and there was no coming back from that. It's P11 for the American. Very, very unlucky. Caught up in an incident, no fault of his own, and P12 for him. Zolga, P13, so yeah.
He had just a bad race.
Champion. And finally we have Griffith in P14, and finally Pascual in 15th. And Gomez in 16th. I think his
And
championship
Skillen
is
in
gone.
17th.
Yeah, finally Skillen in 17th, so... Yeah, that's the race over. Victory for Zorbach, his first win of the season. The master of Austria has conquered Russia this time. Enjoyed this race. It was pretty good.
Me too.
And Zorbach, I think he's gonna go to turn 12 now on the cooldown lap, and I'm sure he might get a heart attack at turn 12 now, because... or not a heart attack, a blessing, I don't know. And that's the race over. You can see the results. Nicholas Zorbach takes his first win of the season, with Xavi Perez taking his first podium. Then we have Careless, and I'll let you read the rest.
Okay, so fourth is Alessandro Tomaselli, then Maxim Titkov, Laura Chung, Davi Suarez, Federi, Radivojevic, and Waldinger run out the top 10. Then Campana, Paulino Tomaselli, Zolga, Griffiths, Pasqua, Gomez, Skillen, Makamo with still classified, and the others are retired.
And then the unlucky retirement for Hutter, very unlucky. It wasn't his fault at all. And Fosbury, for sure, and Watzel, the other three had engine problems. So yeah, not engine problems, just mechanical problems, you know.
Yeah. So
Fosbury crashed, I think.
Who made the first lap? And it's Titkov.
Yeah, Titkov brings 2 more bonus points from Mother Russia, so Titkov gets the fastest lap, Chung second fastest lap, and then there's everyone else.
Yeah, that was, I think, Alessandro Tomaselli.
Yeah. Well, didn't get to commentate, unfortunately for him, but he got to win the race, so yeah. So I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with that instead. This was a very exciting race, apart from the end. Not much happened at the end, but yeah. I really enjoyed commentating this race again, so yeah. Thank you everyone for watching today, but don't go anywhere, because in a little bit we'll have the qualifying for the top tier, so yeah. Thank you, Flo, for hosting. Thank you, Lorenzo, for commentating alongside me once again.
Thank you to you, Rob.
Yeah, and your family, so yeah, you jinxed them earlier in the race, but yeah. Anyway, you did a very good job with the commentary, so yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I have been Robert Ionescu.
I have been Lorenzo Tomaselli.
This has been GP2 race, GP2. Bye guys, peace. See you for the qualifying.
Bye all.